Hey guys, what's up? Crypto Frank here, and today I'm going to talk about one of my most favorite things to talk about, which of course is undervalued altcoins. So I made most of my money by investing in undervalued altcoins which I had analyzed, and based on my research figured that there was a higher probability that we would see a move up than a move down. And certainly in terms of risk to reward, I think I found a real gem for you guys today. This coin is not unknown, but there's a good chance that you haven't really heard much about it over the past few weeks and months, for the simple reason that crypto.com CRO has been tanking hard. We fell all the way from $0.25 at the top here on Huobi, down to $0.055 as I recall. I think the low was, I think the $0.06, 76% retracement. I mean, that is a massive dump, and basically for weeks and weeks and weeks we've been tanking. And this is what I love this so much, because this is the situation. This is the type of coin which people are like, oh yeah, but the price has been going down, who cares? It's not exciting, it's not interesting. But this is where the real money is made. This is where, if you do your research and you can find enough good reasons to buy something, it can just be an incredible opportunity to get in at a very low price. So in today's video, I'm not going to give you guys a 100% hopium. I'm going to give you guys, of course, all the reasons why I have entered this trade. But I'm also going to give you guys the reasons why you should potentially be cautious towards the end. And finally, I will finish off with a little sort of price prediction, more really my strategy for how I'm playing this, in case you're interested in how I'm doing it. Of course, I'm not an investment advisor, but I make investments myself in crypto on a regular basis, and I like to have good reasons for why I'm making them. So today I'm going to share with you those reasons. Guys, if you do appreciate this content, don't forget to subscribe and like, because of course it really helps to support the channel. I currently have only 15 subscribers, so if you're part of the first 10 or the first 100, you'll be one of the very, very early ones. I really want to commit to doing this for many months at least, so help encourage me by liking and subscribing and just viewing the video. Anyway, all right, let's get started. Let's give you guys this value which you deserve. So CRO USDT. Let's start with these reasons for why I think CRO is going to pump. So number one is an all-time low on CRO BTC. What do I mean by this? Well, what I mean is that the lowest point we ever saw CRO BTC fall to was this low here of 331 satoshis back in September 2019. And we supported at this level multiple times. And you know what happened when we found support at this level? We saw a massive monster pump of 372% gains against Bitcoin. This is not USDT, guys. USDT, we saw a freaking 10x here, okay? But we saw a 3.7x compared to Bitcoin, which is, massive, huge, coming from this level. Not only that, but also back in March 2019, we had a huge rejection from this price point. So this is obviously a major potential zone of support, and it would be very surprising if we break through this blue box here, close below this blue box, and just keep on going down without some sort of reaction here. The next 2 points is, of course, the bullish divergence on the daily chart and the 76% retracement. Of course, you want to buy low, right? You don't want to buy high, you want to buy low. So the bullish divergence means that we have a lower low in price, but we have a higher high in RSI. Not only that, but we have a very significantly higher high in RSI compared to the price. And this, of course, means that the bulls are losing momentum, all right? So this is a classic bullish divergence, price making lower lows, but the oscillator making higher highs. This can be seen on CRO BTC, and it can also be seen on CRO USDT. I won't show you guys right now, but this is basically a bullish sign. And of course, as I mentioned before, we have a 76% retracement. You can see this here on the USDT chart. Here we have this 76%. I mean, this is a massive discount. Basically, if you have these Black Friday sales, if you go, if you're seeing 50%, 70% discount, you're all excited, right? So if you're seeing a 75% discount, you should be excited if you think that this cryptocurrency has any value. And of course, as I will show you shortly, I think the fundamentals do indicate that this has value, not just the technicals. Okay, the next 2 points are the potential support at previous weekly high on CRO USDT. Let's just have a look at this. So a common concept in technical analysis is that previous highs turn into potential support the next time you reach them. So as you can see, we had a close here in 10th of February 2020 at the 0.063 level approximately, and now you can see that we've had several weeks which have failed to close below this level, and for good reason, because it usually happens, especially when you have a sort of major pivot high, and especially when it's on a larger time frame like the weekly time frame, there's a higher probability that if not major support and a huge reversal, at the very least some sort of reaction, which is what we're seeing here. And then finally, in terms of the technicals, we have the weekly MACD histogram ticking up. So let's have a look at that. The weekly MACD histogram. Have a look at this. You see we've had this bearish momentum ever since 21st of September. It's been going down, down, down. But then, bam, here on 16th November, we started seeing the MACD ticking up. What this means is that although the price is going down, it's not going down as rapidly, and basically the bears are losing momentum, giving the bulls an opportunity to show their strength. And so these are the early signs of a potential reversal. We do not yet have a reversal, and I will show you later about what the reasons why you should be maybe cautious about buying. But right now, let's just finish on the reasons why I have personally bought and why you might want to buy too. Again, I am not a personal financial advisor. Then again, okay, here we have sustainable, regulation, cybersecurity, earn rates. What do I mean by that? Well, in this post here on crypto.com on the Reddit, they have one guy here saying, it's, what's his name? His name here is, okay, I can't even pronounce that, I'm not gonna say it. But basically he's saying how CDC, that's crypto.com by the way, keeps improving its security protocol and keeps aiming for better cybersecurity, achieving things like Class 3 VFA license in the NIST framework. Now, I also don't know exactly what this means. He shares this sentiment with me, but basically, if you go to their recent update, they say that they are one of the first cryptocurrency platforms to achieve these regulatory milestones in Malta. So guys, you can read through this article, but basically what this means is that Crypto.com, they are not doing a short-term thing. There's so many, scams in crypto, people who are just getting in and out, but, they're not working on these regulations, making sure that they're above board in all of these things just to, leave. They're looking at the long term. So if you're looking for, an entry for something that you can be comfortable in for at the very least several months is a long term in crypto. Let's say, 6 months. I'm very comfortable having, holding this for 6 months. And I'm personally not going to sell this. I'm going to use it because, of course, Crypto.com offers a whole variety of use cases for their coins, well, it's more of a token really, including staking for rewards, getting discounts. For example, the Supercharger, which is featuring Bitcoin this month, where, you deposit CRO, and then in this charging duration, you can deposit at any time between 29th of November and 29th of December. And then, you get these massive discounts for buying Bitcoin. I haven't actually done it yet, but I look forward to doing it now that I've actually purchased some CRO. And guys, I remember when CRO was pumping and people were saying, oh yeah, it's really great. It's a new platform. Well, it wasn't that new. But a lot of people are using it and they have all these discounts, all these superchargers, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, that's all very nice, but I'm not going to buy it after it's gone up, 100, 200, 300, 400%. Like I'm not going to FOMO in at the top, but I kept on thinking, when it comes down, I'm going to buy. And now, bam, I have that opportunity. So if you guys saw it pumping and you missed out, just realize now is the time to buy, not when something is going up like crazy. Similarly, Bitcoin, it's at its previous high, $20,000, Sure, it might break 20,000, might go to 22, 23, whatever, but it's not the time to buy when it's pumping like crazy. It's when it's retraced like this. Now then, in terms of earn rates, as you might or might not remember, the CRO offered 20% staking for their CRO, when you staked it for several months back in the day. Well, back in the day, I say several months ago, not that long ago, but as I say in crypto, several months is a long time. But yeah, now it's only, I think it's about 10% or so. And in any case, he's mentioning how, the reduced CRO earn rates. And the way I see it, this is sustainable. This is actually a good thing. This means that they're going to be around long term, that they're thinking about, the financial sustainability of their company. And that's something that I look for in a medium to long term position. All right, so then next, of course, we have the highly successful crypto company. I don't know if you were following their Twitter. They have, I don't know how many followers it is now, but an incredible number. They have a real strength, a real strong capability in marketing to get people excited, to get people to buy CRO, as is made very clearly evident by this monumental pump that we had. Don't forget this, guys, just because we've been dumping for the last few months, don't forget that CRO between 9th of March 2020 and 17th of August 2020, CRO made almost an 11x. I mean, it sounds small when I say 11x, but it's 1,075% gain. If you invested $1,000 at the bottom here, you would have had $10,750. I mean, it's just saying it sounds nuts. But the fact that they can create this much bullish momentum suggests to me that it's very likely, very possible that they will be able to create similar bullish momentum with another new marketing cycle if and as and when this comes up again. It's similar with ADA, with Cardano. They had a big marketing cycle and the price pumped like crazy. It takes some skill to market. Of course, you have to also have features, have things coming out, and I have no doubt that Crypto.com have another big marketing cycle planned, especially as and when the price starts to go up. So that's why I think that now is probably one of the best times to get in. And then finally, they have the mainnet in December. There's hype around this. If you go to the Reddit, you can see that people are talking about this. Let's see the weekly discussion thread. Definitely looking forward to the mainnet launch and more information about it. Previously, it was discussed that December was the month for it. People asking for updates about the releasing of the CRO mainnet. Now, unfortunately, they only said here that they're going to provide us with updates about it this quarter. So, it might not get released this month, but it's certainly good to have things like that coming up. And guys, look, they have loads of news and updates. They're always working hard. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. And the price has been dumping. What more do you want? I think this is a highly undervalued altcoin, guys. So before I get onto my personal strategy for buying and selling and where I think the price may get to, let's first of all look at the reasons why you might want to be cautious, all right? Nothing is ever as easy as just buying and making profit immediately without any risk. There's always risk. We are in a clear downtrend, all right? This is known as catching knives. If you go on the weekly and the daily time frame, you can see that we're in a downtrend. And of course, this is risky. And you really are buying largely based on fundamentals to a large extent. But that being said, we had this absolute monster move up. We've had a 76% retracement. If it retraces any more than this, more than 80% especially, or 90%, then it really starts making you question, well, how valid was that move? But when it's at 76%, that's like a real sweet point where, it's retraced a lot, but not so much that it's completely wiped out the previous move, but just enough that it's, it's a huge, huge discount. So again, it's something to be cautious about, but I think it's actually also provides a great opportunity for buying. Upset community, as I mentioned in this post, you can see the different things which people have been upset about. He mentions it quite concisely here. Reduced CRO earn rates, limiting cashback categories, not receiving physical cards, people complaining it's taken many months for them to receive their cards. Poor customer communication, increased stake amount of cards, CRO price dropping, okay? So, I mean, these are all things which are not ideal for the short term, but in the long term, okay, I can see my camera is moving because I have the doors open, but in any case, I'll fix that in the next video. All right, but guys, yeah, so these are some of the things people are not happy about. Again, I don't think this is a huge deal. Obviously it means that the price, it's maybe not gonna pump immediate, it's not gonna go up like, vertically. It's gonna take some time to, build up trust again. But yeah, certainly something to be upset about, something to be concerned about rather. High volatility, so if you are buying, especially if you want to have a stop loss here, you may find yourself to be disappointed. We've had massive spikes on the daily here, almost 50% move just from a wick on 1 week. I think this is even just from 1 day. So if you have a stop loss here, it's very possible that you'll get stopped out and then it will go down and then it will just shoot right back up. That's one of the reasons why I don't have a stop loss. Finally, of course, we do have strong competition. Nexo are in the middle of a massive marketing campaign. The price has been going up pretty much vertically. I actually own Nexo, so I'm pretty happy about that. But then, of course, there's DeFi, a lot of DeFi projects coming up. I saw TrustSwap have launched, they're partnering with a new cryptocurrency launching. I think it's some yield token where basically, they offer similar services as Nexo and as CDC does. And then of course you have Celsius, BlockFi. So you do have these competitors showing up here. So it is notable and it's worthy to look at what they're doing to see how it compares. But overall, I still believe that, you know, all these reasons to be bullish are pretty strong, and I'm personally excited for potential gains, and also I'm excited to use the CRO token on the platform. You know, there are many use cases for it in terms of staking, in terms of decreased rates for trading here, so I look forward to being part of this ecosystem. Okay, now I know some of you always like to have a price prediction, and I'm going to tell you basically what my strategy is. My strategy is that I'm not really going to sell unless there's more or less like at least a 5 to 10x. Why? Well, first of all, as I mentioned, we had more than a 10x increase in price before. I don't see a reason why we cannot have a similar move up, given their potential for marketing, given, you know, the big community that they've created, all the people using crypto.com. It's such a great brand name as well, right? Crypto.com, especially when Bitcoin breaks 20K, you know, people are going to be searching for crypto. I mean, it just makes so much sense that they are going to be around. So, and also I'm not really going to sell for a long time because, you know, I want to take advantage of the staking rewards. I'm going to stake it probably for several months at the very least to take advantage of this. And of course I want to get the credit card. You know, you can get like much better rates and rewards and all sorts of things for having the higher tier credit cards. So a lot of reasons for me to want to hold on to my CRO. And honestly, guys, that's probably why the price pumped like crazy so much up here. And then of course, you know, when they reduced the earn rates and there were people who were dissatisfied, of course it did dump. But yeah, I think there's a very good chance that we have another 5, if not 10x within the next year or two. I mean, why not, right? It would just be a very similar move to what we saw before. Now, a more cautious strategy would be to take profit sort of around the 0.382 Fibonacci extension. And why do I say that? Well, if you look at the VPVR, the price volume here, you can see that there's a lot of reason for why the price may find support here. There's been a lot of price action here over the past few weeks and in the past as well. But if we find support here and we move up, look at these. There's basically all the way up to $0.14. That is a, let's have a look, that is a 120% move up. There's virtually no price action here. Why? Because the price dropped so fast, so quickly. So there was no sort of resistance on the way up. So that means that if we start going up, there's really not much stopping us from having a very big explosive move to the upside. So guys, that's the way I see it. I think that a good potential place to take some profit if you're really just trading this for the short to medium term is, you know, at a 110% or 120% even return on investment. So that would, yeah, basically 120%. And honestly, I'm holding for much bigger gains. You know, we saw a 10x before. I don't see why we cannot do a 10x here. I can't even reach it on the charts, but basically it's going to go up high. If we're looking at a 10x, again, just as we saw before. Before it was even 11x, but let's go conservative. Crypto conservative is a 10x. It's a 1,000%, and that's at $0.75. So guys, let me know what you think. Do you think CRO is dead? Do you think it's going to pump? What do you think of the analysis? Do you have anything else to add? Let me know down in the comments below. And guys, that was me tuning in, and that's now me tuning out, and I will see you in the next one. And guys, don't forget to subscribe and like to the video, as it really helps to support my very brand new channel. All right, guys, have a good one. See you later.